Hi guys, this is just with your what do they feel for you reading. Now this is specifically for earth signs, and this is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We're going to look at each sign to see what their feelings are for you. Now keep in mind this is a general, so it may not resonate with all of you, and it can go vice versa, so you guys will know which side is really for whom, or who the message really belongs to. If it's your message and it's coming from you or them. Again, this is a general, so it kind of can go both ways, so keep that in mind. And also, guys, although we're looking at intimate love, this can go this can apply to family, this can apply to friends, acquaintances, or even co-workers. So it doesn't necessarily have to just be an intimate love relationship. So keep that in mind as well. Try to be open-minded when you're listening to this. So let's get into it. Now, if you're dealing with an Aries, it seems that Aries may feel like they know that you're the one, they're committed to you, you're their everything, but they still kind of keep their options open, and they may still be competition. It doesn't seem like much compares to you, earth signs. Or they feel that way, like no one else compares to them, so why are you out there? So there's an element of that. I also feel like there may be some issues with someone wanting to commit to the other person. Okay, so someone's out there, prowling while the other person is pregnant, home, and playing their position as a committed partner. Okay, that's what that kind of looks like. There can also be, again, someone could be the outside party, knowing that this person may already be engaged in a marriage or a committed relationship with someone else. So if you are an earth sign dealing with an Aries, kind of be careful with that, vice versa. Again, if you're meeting a fire sign, an Aries, if you are an earth sign, be very conscious and careful with that. That this person could very well have other options. And I have to say, this is kind of coming up more prominently for Taurus women. It could be men as well, but be very careful about your relationships. Again, there may be some, but I feel like I think that, you have that woman's intuition. If that's the case, that something's not right, that this person may be stepping out, like it. But you may also feel like, this may be a phase that they're going through, that sort of thing. So there's some issues when it comes to Aries. I keep wanting to say fire signs, but Aries dealing with an earth sign. There's a lot of people creating issues in this partnership. Now, if you're dealing with a Taurus, well, you guys are getting cut off. Someone's getting cut off. Someone's cutting off the relationship, and it's coming out of nowhere. And it's followed by really harsh communication, very harsh, just cutting out completely. No one wants to talk about it. Lawyers may already be involved, that sort of thing. Like, it's that type of really angry type of connection. So be careful with that. I can't even tell you whose side it's coming from. The male energy here actually is the angry one. And be careful if any of you are the feminine here, because they may be out for blood. So be careful. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the Taurus male. It could be the male of, this Taurus man in particular, or any of the other fire sign. Why do I keep wanting to say fire signs? I'm sorry, guys. Earth signs. I just did fire signs, so that may have something to do with it. But the male energy here may be out for blood a bit. So be very conscious, be very careful, but someone definitely is cutting off a relationship, and it's coming across very harsh. You also may have a discussion or confrontation with another person, and they're going to say some very cutting things. So prepare yourself if you're dealing with a Taurus. Now, if you're dealing with a Gemini, well, and we do know, if some of you have been watching the Gemini reading, Gemini has been really much of a loner, going within, kind of not dealing with people. So, and I'm saying that so far now, you're the second element that I've done. So yeah, Geminis are still echoing this same sentiment of going within. They're staying to themselves right now. They're mourning the loss, particularly of some of you guys. This Gemini may be mourning the loss of you. They're not having a good time right now at all. They're in I don't want to say completely dark place, but they're not in the best place. They're trying to learn from their lessons. They're trying to evaluate what went wrong. How did it get to this place? And if it is ever going to get better. So they're in that place where only time and their own understanding can save them, really. I mean, that's just where they are with it. One day they will go back to the place of love. That's for sure for a Gemini. All completely isn't lost. And I think they're getting closer to that realization than not, but they still have a ways to go. So again, looks like a Gemini, if you haven't heard from them, don't be surprised. They're really going through it, but they're doing a lot of inner work. Now, if you're dealing with a Cancer, this Cancer is waiting around trying to figure out when should they communicate, if they should communicate, should they cop to any lies that they told, should they continue to, speak now or hold their peace. Like, they're really thinking about what they should do next. They're really not sure about the situation. Should they move on completely? I think that if there's someone that you already have had a relationship with that is a Cancer, I think that they are looking at the situation like, damn it, I've told so many lies, or this person has lied to me so many times. How can I ever think to take them back? But they're not completely over you. There's something about them that's not completely over you, and they probably would want to start again. It's just getting to this place where they can confidently feel secure that they either won't be lied to or they won't lie to you again, that they can start anew, is where they're at with it. So they're still in the waiting period and not really being sure what they want to say. So maybe not communicating. If they are, I would triple, double, and quadruple check the truth, the facts on whatever they're telling you. Now, if you're dealing with a Leo, it looks like this Leo is moving forward or trying to move on, but they're at a crossroads. They're not sure if that's what they want to do. They're not sure if it's the best thing for them. They're not sure if they are to move on and leave it alone. Will they regret it? Or if it would be the best thing for them to do. I feel like a part of them has detached, but there's a part of them still is stuck mentally and not being sure if the decision that they're making is going to be the best one for them long term. So they're a little bit in a bit of a struggle mode, but a little bit more decisive and indecisive, if that makes any sense. So their body is making a move, but their mind is not sure of the move that they're making, if it's a good one. So Leo may be at a standstill, being a bit quiet, stalemate toward you. And really, I'm kind of getting this echoing and this repeat energy for Leos too, that they're moving forward, trying to ignore other things around them, but they can't. So they're still kind of going through the motions of the feelings, but not letting that stop other areas of their life. And so you may be that person that they're not necessarily going to make a move or make a decision on, but they're going to focus on other things, even if that means walking away from you at the moment, because they can't really make a decision overall. Now, if you're dealing with a Virgo, well, a Virgo is just waiting, child. A Virgo is waiting and planning, scheming, and strategizing. They are plotting on that next move. It's almost like they're just waiting for the curtain to open on you. They are thinking about a reconciliation for others of you. This Virgo, they want to, but at the same time, they may be a bit resentful, stubborn. They don't really know exactly if they should. They're still holding on, but they're holding back, but they want to reconcile. So they may just be waiting for you to make the decision, for you to make that move toward them. They're waiting on you to make the move, but a part of them, and a big part of them, wants to reconcile and wants to work things out if you're dealing with a Virgo. Now, if you're dealing with a Libra, I got two stories here. One, a Libra may feel completely trapped in a relationship or some type of commitment because monies are involved and they kind of can't get out of it and they hate it. It's like, especially if you guys are dating a Libra or you work with a Libra and there's like a work romance, it's like the pits of hell, because like there could be a third party situation going on. Someone can't get out of it. It's like, yeah, it's like a bit of hell, and someone just can't get out of this toxic merry-go-round. And it's almost like some of these Libras can be witnessing an earth sign moving on with their life with another person, but you all work together and now they're stuck every day having to see you happy and moving on with another person. And they just can't take it. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And it actually, I wasn't sure about if this was the reading for Libra or another sign. But at the same time, it's like, I I got 2 more cards down because I wasn't sure. I thought I had pulled again for a different sign, and I got the same message. Different cards, obviously, but the same message. So some Libras are moving forward, but a part of them kind of wants to get you back. They intend to get you back. Or they may see you very much happy and moving forward, but they're going to try to get you back. So a Libra isn't by far, they're not done with you because they can't. They're kind of like tied to you. So they're going to do something to try to win you back or get you back into their good graces. It's not over with a Libra. It's not over with them. Even though they may be acting as though they're fine, they're happy elsewhere, they are glad that they moved on, or they see that you are that way. It's not over. They're going to still try to get you back. If you meet a Libra, they may be a bit arrogant. They may still be connected or trapped and like I was going to say, well, I'm not going to say that. They may still have some type of soul tie to another person. Let's just say that. They may have a soul tie still to another person. So be very conscious and careful if you're meeting a Libra, okay? Because they may give you this energy of like, I don't need anyone, no one. That type of thing is kind of what I'm getting. So slow but steady with a Libra. Now, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, it's not over, and they may have made that known that it's not over. They don't want it to be over. I feel like the Scorpio doesn't want to deal with the pain that they'll go through if it's completely over between the two of you. So they don't want it to be over. I feel like they know a lot of stuff. For some of you, a Scorpio is freeing themselves of the heartache and pain and the devastation and the cheating. Even though this is not my cheating card, but I do get like a backstabbing. So a cheating could have gone on and just being completely devastated by a relationship. They are overcoming that because now they know the complete truth. Like they know everything there is to know. And so they're probably now accepting it for what it is. But others of you, a Scorpio is not completely done yet. And they've made it known. Like if you're still trying to wonder, could this be my Scorpio? Then it's not. You kind of know, or you'll know by some form of a full moon. I know we just had one in Pisces. Yeah, with this Pisces full moon, I feel like it came out. They may have blurted some things out, shared some things with you that you did not see coming. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying with that. With that Scorpio, it's not over in there. They've expressed some emotions again that you probably didn't expect them to express. Now, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they want to take a chance on you and they want a reunion. They want to come back together again. And it's almost like, let's not talk about what happened. They don't want to deal with that. The fallout of how you guys got here. They just want to work things out. Now, again, I'm getting multiple messages here. And for others of you, the Sagittarius wants to be free and they want to mingle and they want to go out and date other people. It really is very clear with that. They just want to be free of you, free of this connection, free of this tie. They want to be free because they want to go out. They want to mingle. They don't want to feel guilty anymore. They just want to do their own thing. I'm getting that in a major way if you're dealing with a Sagittarius. And I feel if you're meeting a Sagittarius, Earth signs, this is a PSA. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that they're not completely untrustworthy, but just understand that you're dealing with a Sag who is a true Sag. Like they are the gypsies of the sign, so they're going to be very free and allow them to be free. I feel like with Sagittarius, there's some parts of them. Because again, every sign I'm pulling for an element is showing up with the very same energy, which speaks to a huge percentage of these signs and what they're going through. And with Sagittarius, I feel like it is this element where they feel like they've been bogged down with so much. Some of them really have accomplished a major feat. And now they just kind of want to be free and they want to celebrate. So it could be a mundane thing. It doesn't have to be anything unethical. But I would say if you're meeting a Sag, just know that they're in their strong Sag element of freedom and social awareness. Like they just really want to be social and connected with others without judgment or without control. And I do feel that as well in a major sort of way if you're a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo dealing with a Sagittarius. Just let them have their freedom. They will easily come back to you. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, I feel like they could be apologizing because they've done wrong, or they want an apology because you've done wrong. Someone needs to apologize for doing someone wrong. Very simple with a Capricorn. Black and white. And it's like, okay, this divorce or this breakup or trying to split, assets amicably is getting out of hand. Let me be the first to kind of lend a softer hand toward how we should approach this. That's kind of what I'm saying. If you're going through a breakup or divorce with the Capricorn, someone needs to make a situation right because someone feels wronged in a situation if you are an earth sign dealing with a Capricorn. Now, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they may say, get out. Don't call me anymore. Leave me alone. I don't like you. I don't love you. I don't want you. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying. And they may be having second thoughts right now about their actions or their words. A part of them regrets it in a major way, earth signs, if they said something biting, cutting, disrespectful, hurtful, hateful toward you. They're regretting it because they really do love you. I feel like you're dealing with an air sign who could, this is the way that they protect themselves. This is the way that they communicate hurt. Instead of saying, you hurt me, they'll just lash out in a way that tries to hurt you. Okay. I'm not saying they didn't mean it. I think they meant it in the moment. I think that a part of them still means what they said to you because, in that moment, they feel it, that you called for that. But I think in hindsight, that's not what they really felt. They felt hurt, and they may have felt like things weren't right. And now they are feeling differently. They've come down off of that anger, resentment, and now they want to make amends. But I'm not sure if this Aquarius knows how. So I feel like there's that. And then others of you may be getting called out from an Aquarius because there's another person, there's a third party, and you're being called out. Someone completely is calling you out, especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius woman. You're being called out for having someone else in your life. Absolutely, you're being called out for that. Is what I see. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius woman, like if you've just met one, make sure you're not dealing with anyone. This person could also have a family member that they have to attend to. They may have had to raise someone. Let me know in the comment section below if any of you can relate to this. This Aquarius person may have had to raise a disabled child or sibling or parent, someone who now they are or have been responsible for quite some time. And over the years of such a level of responsibility, they've become a bit resentful and jaded. So be careful with that as well. I feel like also if you're dealing with an Aquarius for the first time, just take it slow because you may be meeting their representative, which can be very bitchy. But under those layers is a very loving and sweet person, which is typically the reverse. You always meet the really sweet representative and then meet the bitch later. But you may be dealing with someone who really is a sheep in wolf's clothing, someone who truly is a good person, but life and, the pathology of their inheritance and how they've been parented could have had issues in how they connect with people. So just be conscious of that if you're dealing with an Aquarius, particularly female, in any area of your life, be it work, and especially in a work dynamic. I think psychologically, just try to understand because you need to get through the levels of brick to get to that soft part of that Aquarius. Now, if you're dealing with a Pisces, well, they feel like everything is going to shit because there's a third party here. You can't give to two. And some of you, this Aquarius, they've lost their family or they're not really happy. The family life is not good. It's not happy. They don't feel completely whole, but they feel like, they're willing to do their part if you will. Like if you meet them halfway, they'll show up, they'll do their part. So they're looking for equilibrium and reciprocity. So if you're open to that, and if you do, maybe they're just not feeling it. They don't see the longevity. Again, it could be a third party that's interfering with the two of you, or it may just be that what you once had isn't necessarily the reality any longer. And so that could be the problem between you and a Pisces. As I see it in this particular relationship, two people with different love languages, again, is what it looks like to me. Someone operates more on an emotional side, the other person more practical, more grounded, and more stable. And they need that. Both of you need that very much from the other person. And that's where the downfall or the challenge in the relationship comes from, because some people, their love languages are very different, but they are able to adapt to the way the other person needs to be loved. While others, their need for their language of love is so fixed that it's hard to, blend the two. It's very difficult. And thus that could be the most challenging about a long-standing relationship, and that could be the problem with you and this Pisces at this time. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this has been helpful. Definitely, I always like these. It's been a while since I've done them, so I hope that this helps. If you would like, again, to reach out with me for a personal reading, in the description box below is where you'll find my link to my website. I'm also going to put those extended reads in the description box below for this week's readings, guys. When it comes to you and any other person, where we looked in depth, find all that stuff in the description box below. And if you would like to share with us how this resonates, please do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Earth signs.